This is the biggest case study I've ever done. In today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I made $855,000 in revenue in the home cleaning niche. I'm gonna show you how I found this insanely winning product, and also then how I exited it for the biggest exit I've ever done. But more importantly, I'm gonna expose the dropshippers that fake their profits because they never show you the actual real cost of running a dropshipping business. Because the truth of the matter is, it's not as shiny and glamorous as it seems. The profit margins are not that crazy. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how much net profit I kept, which is something that most online gurus will never show you. Before we get into the video, if you're new to the channel, let me just introduce myself. My name is Rasmus. I run a marketing agency, and then I run dropshipping stores with my business partner, where we launch stores and then we sell them to random strangers on the internet. On this channel, I just want to give you the most raw, unfiltered advice from everything that I've learned from being in e-commerce for the past 7 years. And if you find any value in this video, I would highly appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. That would massively help me out. And if you have any questions after watching the video, just leave a comment down below. I read all the comments and respond to everything. But with that being said, let's get straight into it. So let's just start with the proof. In just over a year, I managed to make $855K in total revenue. What you're gonna see now on the screen is a screenshot of the most recent screenshot I had before I sold the store, which is $775K. At its peak, this store made $128,000 in revenue in one single month. And then consistently, it was hovering just around $50,000 per month before I sold it for an amount that I'll reveal to you later. So as you may know, most dropshippers sit on AliExpress, Alibaba, sit on TikTok or Meta Ads Library or something like that on a software, for example, and try to find a winning product. And that's also what I do from time to time. But this time, I actually had a completely different strategy. It's actually a strategy that's pretty hidden in plain sight, you could say. What I did is that I asked my supplier for what was trending and what was selling at that time. And what she did is that she just sent me over a list of items that were performing well. And when I saw this one product, I was completely hooked. This product literally had everything when it comes to generating sales online. It had a wow factor that instantly grabbed attention. It had a high perceived value because of its built-in technology. And then it also had a clear problem-solving angle. But I didn't just trust my supplier blindly, obviously. I also did my own research. So after finding this product, I went on to the Meta Ads Library and I was just trying to see if I can find competitors and figure out like how big is my actual competition. And what I found was quite shocking actually. I only found one competitor selling this one product, and their store was completely shit. Their website was literally terrible. It was slow, it was unorganized, it was unbranded, and it just wasn't geared for conversions at all. And that's when I knew I have found something big, a massive market opportunity, because if they could make sales with such a shitty website, I knew that I could make crazy money if I had a high converting website that looked professional and branded. So I started building my store, and I just focused on making it at least look 3 times better than theirs. And then I just launched my ads. Back then I was already very focused on making my stores look very branded and very high quality. But these days I've taken it to a whole nother level with a theme called Shrine Theme Pro. It's by far the best theme, and I use it for all my stores these days. And it just helps me create a high converting store very easily that looks very clean and very branded. And if you also want a store that converts at a very, very high level, I have a link to Shrine Theme Pro down below, and you'll save an additional 15% if you use my code. So let's talk about how I actually scaled this store to make $855K in revenue. So once I had validated the product, I launched my meta ads with a very, very simple strategy. I just had one CBO campaign with 5 different interests in it, all related to cleaning related interest. The craziest part about my ads is that they were actually very, very simple. They had no voiceovers, no text, no nothing really, because the product was so self-explanatory that all I really did for my video ads was that I just run a product demo, that's all. But here's where most dropshippers fail, because there's a secret little trick that you can use that allows you to increase your engagement, that will lower your ad cost and also give you free reach on Meta. So what I did is that in my video ad, I would use the product as intended. It was cleaning, but I would use it on the wrong surfaces. And what ended up happening was that people completely lost their mind. Either people thought the product was super innovative, or they got really triggered by seeing the product in use but during the wrong application. But guess what? For me, that was perfect. The added engagement and basically this going viral meant that I got a ton of engagement, which meant I got a lot of reach and lowered ad cost. And within 3 days, I knew that I had a winner on my hands that I could start scaling. So what did I do? I scaled it hard, and the best month of running the store, I made $128,000 in revenue. After I had that crazy month, I decided to go all in and take this brand to the next level, meaning I got made custom 3D images, I redesigned the logo, and then I hired a VA for support so everything would run smoothly. But here's the hard truth about dropshipping and profits, and this is what no one is talking about, because I may have made $855,000 in revenue, but profit is nothing like it at all. And so here are all the expenses I take into account when I calculate my net profit, which is literally everything. So I'm talking cost of goods sold, advertising, Shopify, Stripe, and PayPal fees, apps, refunds, disputes and dispute fees, custom images and creatives. When you take all that into account, my real net profit bottom line was $63,000. So if you take that and calculate it into a percentage, that means that my net profit was only 7.5%. And this is what none of these gurus online that you see on YouTube are willing to talk about, because this is the reality of running a successful dropshipping store. Your margins are not going to be that high. And quite frankly, they just don't want you to know the reality. Now, the good part of running this store was that the workload for me wasn't that much. Once I had the product and set up the stores, from there, it only took me around 30 minutes a day to manage the entire store. So the actual workload wasn't that high at all. But while it didn't take that much time, I was still building an asset that I could actually sell to a new business owner, which is what I did. So after I run this store for around a year, the competition just started getting too out of hand and I just couldn't compete anymore. And so for me, I knew that was the time for me to make my exit and make a quick cash grab. So at that time, the revenue had stabilized around $50,000 per month. And then I knew that was a perfect time to exit because I could show to a new owner that this store is performing at a steady level. So I did the same thing as I do for all my dropshipping stores when it comes to making an exit. I just listed it on Flippa, and after a few weeks, I sold it to a new owner for $55,000. So that means that if you take the net profit from all the revenue that I made, plus the exit fee, the total profit from this store comes out to just around $118,000. So let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for. What product did I actually sell? Well, I'm gonna put it on the screen for you right now. So the brand was called Shine Mop, and it was essentially this mop with a self-wringing feature that also had a 360-degree rotating mop and then an extendable handle that allowed people to clean their floors, ceilings, and walls. And so we sold this product for 40 bucks, and then people could buy an extra cloth for $14 extra. And so the mop actually costed us $16, so the margin on that wasn't very good, but the cloth only costed us $5. And so the good part about this was that 80% of people took the upsell, meaning that our margin wasn't super bad. It certainly wasn't super good, but because the upsell, it really made up for it on the profit side. So there are really 3 things that I want you to take away from watching this video. First of all, I want you to realize that it's actually possible to make money. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna be making millions and millions of dollars, but if you try dropshipping and you feel like it's just hopeless, maybe you lost hope, I want you to realize that it just takes one good product. Second of all, I want you to realize that the industry is not that glamorous, especially not as it seems online, because people are posting these like 100K months and whatever, but their profit margin could literally be 0%. But you don't know because you just see them flexing on Instagram and posting all these screenshots. But don't get confused and buy into their bullshit, because people are not sitting and getting 50% net margin, and if they're making 2 million, they're keeping $1 million net bottom line. It's just not happening. If you see anyone say so otherwise, just run away. The third and last thing I want you to take away from this video is that you need to develop a very good skill sets in finding products, because products can look like anything, especially winning products, and they may look super random. But if you don't have that skill to actually identify what a good product looks like, you're just gonna be jumping on bandwagon and follow what everyone else is selling online, and you're never gonna get anywhere. If you want one-to-one help from me and my business partner, we actually have a mentorship that you can apply to. During this mentorship, we will show you exactly how to find winning products, how to build a high converting store, how to launch your ads, and how to exit your business. And you will work with us until you feel comfortable that you can produce good results on your own. And we will even give you your first winning product. So if you want to book a call with me and hear a little bit more about it, I have a link down below where you can simply just schedule a call with me, and then I'll see you there. But guys, that pretty much sums up today's video. I hope you got some good value from it. If you did, I would highly appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. That would massively help me out. And also, if you have any questions after watching this video, just leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer. But that's it from this time, guys. I'll see you next one. Take care. Bye.